Hey folks, welcome to week 4 assignment 3, video critique. So for this assignment you guys made sort of like panoramas, but more along the lines of like a photo mosaic. So whereas with a panorama you would put your camera on the tripod, start from the left and shoot across to the right, overlapping by a certain amount. With these, you overlapped, but you kind of, maybe went up and down or side to side or a combination of those, and sort of fit them together, just like the small colored pieces of stone fit together to make a larger picture in a panorama, or a mosaic. Anyway, so this time around we are looking at DJ's work, Crystal's work, and Tracy's work. So yeah, hopefully you guys watched the tech demo and you found that to be helpful. So let's go ahead and jump right in with DJ's work first. And this looks familiar from the past. I've seen this particular orange motorcycle before, street bike. My brother would like this. He used to have a CBR. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of scroll through these. So we're getting kind of, you can see they're not like obviously perfectly aligned, right? There's a bit more sort of up and down, side to side thing going on here, as opposed to just a regular panorama that you would see. So go all the way down here to, oh, I forgot there was this. Okay, here we go. And your image, and this actually is, I think that you might have watched the demo video, because this does look a fair amount like what I was doing there. So this is pretty much exactly what you want this to look like. Doesn't have the has the uneven edges, has the, I'm sorry, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more here. So it has the uneven edges, and it looks like you did both the the overlapping thing here. So both the mosaic thing and the perspective, like maybe you put it together using the perspective. Yeah, or either that, or sometimes automatic also does this thing where it stretches out the corners like that in order to get the perspective correct. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's pretty much what we're looking for on this. And then you also did the black and white version. Now, a lot of times I do tend to like the black and white versions of things more. In this case, I definitely like your color more, because so much of what makes this image work is these bold colors here, the orange, the red, the green here. So yeah, part of I think what makes this successful is those colors. So I like that you kept them in there. And yeah, I think that turned out pretty cool. I do like, yeah, again, sort of the uneven edges. I would be curious to see what this looks like without that warp. Like, there's the version you can do where you don't you don't adjust for the perspective at all. Like these all stay real square, and then the bike itself would look kind of, sort of warped a little bit this way. But yeah, I thought that was a fairly cool example of how to do that. Excuse me, I didn't mean to. This is kind of a noisy one, but my video, not your image. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go on to Crystal's one. Crystal did another one where she did some kind of cool perspective, or hers might even be cylindrical. So again, we see you got the right idea here, Crystal, for sure. A few people had some trouble with this idea, like they tried to kind of make panoramas like we were making earlier. So you got this kind of the scene with this couch here in the living room, and you can see she kind of has shot it from some different, kind of where she's moving the camera up and down as well as side to side, kind of sort of getting some different angles on that. And then yeah, I'm not entirely sure if this is the. It kind of looks cylindrical the way that some of the edges are curved, but it could also be. I don't think it's perspective because usually perspective tends to do the other way. This looks cylindrical to me. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty much exactly how you want to do it. I thought this turned out pretty cool. It's kind of weird, but also kind of fun. But yeah, I like, and some of the things that I like here are like all these different kind of these pills that are all kind of tan, but they're like different shades of tan, and just like it's interesting because like there's a lot of kind of a muted palette here. You have like a lot of white, sort of tan, a little bit yellow in there, and then kind of brown all in this area. And then you have like right up here to the side, like this super colorful kids easel. I thought that was a lot of fun. Oh, excuse me. I've been shoveling snow all day. We had 15 inches of snow at my house in the last couple days, so I've been trying to dig out from underneath it all. So left me kind of tired. And then here's kind of the more cropped version, and then almost looks like kind of I'm trying to think of those edges. For my personal taste, I actually like this version better. As stated before, I usually like the black and white versions, but I think because it does have this, like, it's almost kind of monochromatic with its muted palette, but then it has this guy right here. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me, guys. I think that adds kind of just a fun little element to it. And I do like this really kind of bizarre shape that this ended up being. I don't know, it's weird, it's different, but I'm kind of digging it. I like it. Alright, and last but not least, let's look at Tracy's images. Another motorcycle, but definitely not a street bike. We got more of like a chopper. Yeah, like a chopper, I think is what I'm thinking of here. Let me go ahead and pull it back up here. And now she kind of did like a different take on this. I'm gonna zoom in just not too much. So you have like some really cool kind of details here, like the speedometer, kind of the gas tank, and the sort of the lettering, circular lettering. There's a lot of cool details here. I'm digging that, and then let's look at her two different versions of what she has here. Okay, so this is not exactly what we're going for with the mosaic. I do think this is pretty cool, though. I actually like a couple of details here. But yeah, no, not quite where you put the different pieces, smaller pieces together to make the larger picture. And then she has another version of this, which is in black and white, which I actually think is slightly cooler version. I do like the colors in this other version here, but I think because of the sort of classic nature of the bike, like I feel like it, like the black and white goes better with that. Also, this is in your in here you do have, and it's really hard not to get. You do have a ton of blue here because again, the chrome on the bike is reflecting, the sky. When I shoot stuff like this for myself, a lot of times I'll come in and just bring down the saturation a ton. Like if you can make this more of a gray, rather than a blue, it's going to make the image look a little more balanced. Because as we see this, we tend to think of this as being gray or being more of a metallic silver rather than blue. But when you go to shoot it, you realize that most of the time when you're shooting it, it's going to look blue because it's it's chrome, it's reflecting the sky, so the blue of the sky. So with this, you do sort of, you get rid of that problem. But yeah, I would say, one way that you can make this look just more, probably the way that you were, more of what you're going for is to make, just to pull out all the blue and make that, silvery gray. So yeah, nice work, you guys. This was a short and sweet one. I'm trying to do, I was trying to make the critiques a little bit shorter this time around, shorter overall, but trying to spend a little bit more time on each person's one. So I just did groups of 3 rather than groups of 4. Excuse me. So I hope that you found that helpful, and I hope that the demos were helpful. So yeah, it looks like you guys, at least 2 of you, did watch them. So yeah, all right, awesome. So since we have kind of a theme going here, I would say that the word that you should post below, to let me know that you watched this, is a biker. As in a biker. I mean, I don't have to explain to you guys because you know what that means. So, yeah. Alright, I will see you guys next time around.